Is that up? All right, nice. Go live. Nice, nice, nice. Let this extend a little bit. Nice. All right. Let's see the first comment is today. I wonder if that went out through the Discord or not yet. Let me get that angled this way. What a pump. What's up, Scottish? What's going on, man? The first comment of the day from... Oh, wait. I don't know. You might have been beat. You might have been beat. Ahmed had the first hello. Nick, what's going on? Juicy Juice, what's going on? Nick, please, I want 50k Bitcoin, please. Hey, Nick, what's the latest with Bitcoin? Well, we're about to look at it right now. What's up, Crypto Mike? How are you? I'm about to look at it now. So again, the inval... Oh, wait. I am first. Yeah, anime review. Well, you're close, anime review. You're close. Let me make sure. Technically, Ahmed beat you. Technically, Ahmed beat you by a little bit. By a slim margin. By a slim margin. Hey, what's up, Sparge? How are you? Is that Nasser? What's going on? Got a feeling a ceasefire will happen, but Iran will break promise and blame Israel, but I really pray it ends. Yeah, because when's that conversation happen? Isn't that 8 o'clock or something like that? 8 p.m.? So we might be able to see, some stuff going on Bitcoin. Hey, how high do you see Bitcoin going in short term? Yeah, Ahmed was first. Hey, Nick, is Trump going to crash the market? Did you see SPY puts? Did you see the SPY puts? Join the fan club. I appreciate that. Is that Papa Carlitos? What's going on? Let me flip my screen and then we can go into it. No worries at all. So the two scenarios, give me 1 second. Let me get a drink of this water. So the two scenarios that I was tracking was, all right, perfect. The pin cord went out to the Discord. The two scenarios I was tracking was invalidation levels up here and then invalidation level right here. Those are the two key levels that I'm paying attention to. Until those are broken, for me, there's still more downside left. If price decides to come above 87, we're really at 87,000. It's 87,193 to be specific, but really 87K. If price decides to come above 87K, then this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move is invalidated. If price decides to come, meaning, let me backstack here for a second. If price was to decide to go over 87,193, that would mean this entire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 structure is invalidated. Now, if price was to break the second invalidation, which is 72K, 72 and $26, if price was to break above $72,026, that just means for me, if we're in this zone between 72 and 87,193, if we're just chopping around in this zone, that for me is just a wave 4. So I'll show you what I mean. So let me remove some of this yellow. Actually, I can just do this. Hold on. Okay. So if price breaks above $72,026, it invalidates my shorter time frame extended third wave. So let me draw that out. Let me draw everything out so you can see what I mean. So 3, 4, 5. Let me move this down here. I'm going to put everything into frame. Just give me a second. Let me make this a different color so then it differentiates. Okay. Oh, wait, I need to draw one more. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then let me put this in green. And then let me put the wave on there. This will go here. This will go here. This will go... Okay. So now that everything's drawn out, this is the two scenarios I'm watching. So this the white numbers, right? Let me make these actually look different so that you can distinguish between the two. So let me make this one minute. And then I'll make this one... Actually, that's fine. Let me make this teal, actually, so it's easier to see. Okay, so these are the two scenarios I'm tracking out. The white is the larger trend. So these white numbers here, the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this 5 all the way down here. That's the larger trend. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's the larger trend. Now, if price was to invalidate 87K, it would wipe out this white 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning that it's incorrect. So that's scenario number 1. Price comes above 87,193. This entire structure is broken. Boom, sayonara. You're out the door. It doesn't work. We're sent packing. Scenario number 2 is what's on the chart right now. We have this 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're in the white 5. Now, if price goes above $72,026, this extended third wave goes away. Boom. That extended third wave goes away. This is not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move. Or I can just do this. How do I get that back? Okay. So if price goes above $72,026, this teal extended third wave of the smaller yellow subwave of the larger wave 5 is invalidated. Now, what does that mean? Okay, say price comes above like this. Boom. We come above. Now what happens? Well, the teal gets invalidated. The yellow gets invalidated. The wave 4 shifts over here. And then, where's my 1, 2, 3? Then we get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 5th. Now, if price stays between, so say 72,000 gets invalidated here with this yellow line, price comes above, boom, this gets taken out. As long as price stays under 87,193, this is the next move. So no matter where this comes in, this is the next move, is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. So if we pump up to, 82, we still get that move. If we come back up to here, we still get the move. If we wait longer, it doesn't matter what happens in between this zone until this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move happens. There's still more downside. Now, that is still on the table. If 87,193 gets taken out, then this goes away. This whole structure goes away. Those are the scenarios that I'm tracking. The high probability scenario is wave 4. If 72,000 gets broken, wave 4 shifts over, and then we get the drop. That's what I'm waiting for. So based on the chart, that is what we're working with, and that's what we're waiting for. What happened if it breaks 87,000? Then you will reanalyze, or can you tell right now? Yeah, I mean, we'll have to reanalyze the entire structure, meaning this entire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move down. So there's a larger trend with inside of a trend. So you have the purple being the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you have the white being the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you have the teal waiting. So we'd have to reanalyze this entire structure, essentially, is what we'd have to do. But until proven otherwise, the next move is down. So play that how you will. Let me go back to some comments here. Let me scroll up. Hey Nick, what's the name of the theory game? Elliott Wave Theory is what I use for technical analysis. Ben said truncated 5th, bottom is in. Sure. I mean, hey, I'm not. If you have a strategy that works, then go ahead. But this is my analysis, so this is what I'm looking with. Again, I don't get emotional every time price pumps 3 to 5%. Could be a reversal how? Possibly. So you're not holding any crypto to the 5 move down? I mean, I'm sitting on my crypto from when I invested back in 2022, yes, but adding to my position, no. Until price moves lower, I'm not adding anything. Canceled BY. What's going on, man? How are you? Horrible technical analysis. Okay, nice. If it breaks higher, then what? I just laid it out for you guys. Bitcoin going to 80K to test, then low. It's possible. Again, the two scenarios that I'm tracking, this is why you have to have non-emotional bias. Every time price pumps 5 to 10%, everyone thinks they're a genius. Again, you have to stick to a strategy. This is my strategy. I've been documenting my Bitcoin move ever since the beginning of December. Every move down, I've laid it out perfectly. And for those of you that have been following me since December, you know the plan. I don't have to explain myself. But again, every time price pumps 5 or 3%, everyone freaks out. So sticking to a strategy, eliminating emotional bias, and eliminating your opinion is the best option when it comes to trading. You have no clue, literally. Haha. Okay, sure, dude. Nice one. You clearly are new here. What do you think is going to happen to the RSI? So I don't pay attention to RSI. Have you been trading for 1 month or some shit? 8 years. What if wave 2 is broken? Does that mean bullish? No, it just means we're waiting for this downside move to happen. Structurally, there's still one more wave to go. So with inside of waves, you also get 5 sub waves. I don't need to explain it to you. If you want more analysis, just go view my work. You're more than happy to go view it. It's funny, whenever price pumps, the haters get very loud, but then when price dumps, they're nowhere to be found. So I think it's really funny. So I'm glad that you guys are coming in. Bottom is in, sure. What happens when 76K holds and break first line? So if as long as 87,193 stays in play, there's downside to come. So until that wave is broken, we can pump to 76, we can pump to 80, we can pump to 83, we can pump to 85. Doesn't matter, there's still one more move to happen. So that's how I'm playing it, but again, it's your strategy. Do with it what you will. Thoughts on Solana? We can go to Solana, yeah. The higher it goes up now, the higher the low pop should be. So maybe no longer 57. It depends. So again, the way that we chart out a wave 5 using Elliott Wave Theory is you have a fib extension from the bottom to the top of the wave, wherever that ends up coming. So if we come to, say we come up here again to 78,000, then it would be between 60 to 48. That would be the zone for the wave 5. Are you shorting the market right now? No, the better trade is to wait for the bottom and then long it. What's up, Web? What's going on? Let's see. Your bias is short, though? Yes, I think the 5th leg has happened. I mean, possible, but again, you guys have to go on a strategy, not I think or my opinion. My opinion or I think is not a strategy. We will move sideways until end of summer. However, we may have found a low. I mean, hey, if it's your strategy, your scenario never shows the moonshot to 250. Yeah, so my next target on the longer time frame, this is short-term time frame, guys. This is not longer time frame. The longer time frame is we've already had a 5-way move. We're in an ABC corrective, and after that, you get something like this. My next target on Bitcoin's between 200 to 300, but we have to have downside first. Let's see here. What Fibonacci indicator is that? It depends. So this is the trend-based fib extension, but this is called the fib retracement tool. So they're two separate things. Hey, can you do a quick chart look at Neo stock? Yeah, we can look at Neo. That's one I bought recently. Neo looks pretty good. Ceasefire right now, yeah, but it's only 2 weeks, so we'll see what happens. If the 210K blocks will follow, the bearish will start the recovery. Do you use Elliott Wave and market structure and nothing else? No, I factor in other things, but that is for VIP members. That I don't reveal that information for free. Let's see. Yeah, I saw the 2 week ceasefire. I saw that. Shark said, "Hey champ, don't pay attention." The haters always get very loud when really loud when Bitcoin pumps 5 or 10%, and then when Bitcoin dumps, they're very quiet. So I ignore them. I pay them no mind. To me, they just like to be loud. I don't really care. Possible to do a long-term analysis? Yeah. I mean, from a Bitcoin perspective, this is my next target between 200 to 300. That's my next target on Bitcoin. But structurally wise, we've had a 5-way move with an ABC. What's next is a 5-way move up here. I've been talking about that since the beginning of December. I was saying 200K is my next target, but we have to have downside first because of the structure. It has nothing to do with my opinion or my emotions. It just has to do with the structure of the chart. The structure of the chart's not complete. That's why I continue to say downside is is here. Again, I already laid out the two scenarios. I'm not going to explain them again. I've already laid out the scenarios. This was an ABC, and then we can have an ABC up, and then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drop. Again, I don't play opinions. I don't play emotions. I don't react every time Bitcoin pumps 5%. You got to stick with the strategy. If you don't have a strategy, then you're going to lose every single time. So again, you can hate on my content all you want, but at the end of the day, I'm putting myself out there and documenting every single move since December. So, take with that what you will. If you want to agree with it, great. If you don't, I really don't care, because I can just tell when people are emotional about price, because every time it pumps 5%, everyone gets very loud, and every time it dumps, people get scared. So you got to remove your emotions. Scroll to March of 2025, Bitcoin daily, and copy the bottom over. So I don't do fractals, Donnie, because no price action is going to repeat every single time to the exact T. So I ignore past price action when it comes to fractals. I mean, yeah, you can overlay a chart and you might say, oh, this looks similar, but at the end of the day, it's going to be very different. And that's where I think a lot of traders and a lot of investors get caught off guard, is using price action from previous cycles and then overlaying it and say, oh, this is what Bitcoin's going to do. It never works out 100% of the time. Elias, what's good, Nick? Been a while since the last time I caught your live. What's going on, man? How are you? Welcome to the live. Yeah, we can look at NEO. So NEO is one of the stocks I've added recently. It is showing pretty good relative strength, but again, that's due to the structure of it. So on a larger time frame on NEO, again, this is like a larger time frame trend. These are my targets on NEO, $93 being my target for NEO. But on the smaller time frame, we have an impulsive move on the smaller time frame, and then we have an ABC corrective. I took a position here in the ABC. I'm in around 526, I think, is my cost average, somewhere around 526 on NEO, somewhere down here. And then I'm riding that up. My next short-term target is $12. Gav's dad, what's going on? How are you? Let's see. Yes. What's your long-term time frame? Yeah, my long-term time frame is $93 is my longer time frame target on NEO. Really, anywhere between 90 to 148 is my next target on NEO. I took a position down here after an impulse off the low, and then I'm waiting for 93 to 148 is my next target. PLTR, yeah, we could look at PLTR. We can do that for sure. And if you're interested too, I do have, for those of you in the Discord, I added more charts to let's go to the table. So I added a few more charts on the Discord here. On the Notion dashboard. So I have MSTR, I have SPY, Amazon, XRP. I'm adding in a bunch of different charts. You have the screenshot here that you can click with all of the wave counts for Discord members. This is the free version. There's a paid version, but I'm not going to show that. And then there's the TradingView link to go to the TradingView as well. So if you're interested in that type of work, I do have a Discord for free that I basically do updates on all different stocks and then put in the wave counts and everything like that. I need an update. Solana, yeah, we can do Solana. I need an update. Have you had the opportunity to try Glog yet? No, I haven't. Oh, that's right. Yes, you were the one that had recommended Glog. No, I haven't had a chance to do that yet. What's up, Efren? I've been out of town. Just saw your VIP. Can you explain who is this for? More learning. Will you still be doing lives? Yeah. So the VIP is. I'll be doing live streams like this, but it'll be, at a less, I want to cater to the VIPs and not give away free information. So all of that's reserved for them, specific buy zones, specific sell zones, when I get in, when I get out, stuff like that. That's all reserved for VIPs. So I have a section for them for buy and sell zones that I'm getting into. I have a similar thing like this for the VIPs. This is just my Notion dashboard for the free version of Discord. It has all of my updates in here, basically all the wave counts for different assets I'm tracking. You can filter it by crypto. You can filter it by stocks. You can go to the table and view all. And then you can also access the TradingView link, the screenshot, when I last updated it, the time frame, what asset class it's for. There is a search bar here as well, so you can type in and search, what specific asset you want to find. The free version looks like this. So you still have the wave count for the free version with some targets and, you know, what's expected next. But it's at a less of a degree than the paid version. Like the paid version, I outline the buy zones, the sell zones, you know, what's next, what are my thoughts, and that more analysis. And I put that as a text box on the chart. That's all for the VIPs. And then we do coaching calls 3 times a week. That is on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. We do coaching calls, and we do Elliott Wave training for those of you that want to learn how to chart using Elliott Wave. We do Elliott Wave training. We also do market analysis, you know, finding things like that. And then we also do, I have different types of PDF resources in there that I've created for, you know, people to study up on and learn Elliott Wave theory and learn how I do all of my charting. It also has my swing trades in there too. So any position I take on a shorter time frame that I'm looking to take a swing trade on, that buy and sell alerts in there. Let's see what else. I think that's it. There's a bunch of information there, and I'm building it out. I'm trying to see what else. There's the swing trades, the Notion dashboard with all the charts in it with buy and sell zones, the PDF guides, and then we do coaching calls 3 times a week. So that's all included. I gotcha. Thanks for the insight. Yeah, absolutely. The free version I still still provide information, but it's at a lesser degree. Darn, you fancy. What's up, Sonny? Welcome in. Who is we? You and Peach? I don't remember which we were referring to. I can't remember. Maybe I can't remember. But yeah, we could do Solana. We can go to Solana, but I'll still do the live streams as well, like on TikTok and YouTube. I'll still do that, but again, it's going to be like, because of the VIP section now, like I don't want to give away information for free. That's reserved for them. Like it wouldn't make sense for me to give away all the information for free, and then the VIPs are going to be like, hey, what the fuck? Like you guys, I'm part of the membership program for a reason. So most of the stuff I do on live will be more high level overview than it will be, you know, more in-depth market analysis. That's reserved for them. But yeah, I mean, Solana, my next target on it's 533. What's up, Popper? Hey, Nick, thank you for helping me out in the VIP. Yeah, absolutely. I know your username's Freddy in the Discord, but it's funny to, I know that it's differentiated, but what's up, Papa Bear? How are you? But yeah, not a problem at all. I want to make the VIP experience super easy, super informative, super valuable, and I'll be building that out. I just started that this weekend, so as this thing gets built out, my goal is to make it like a super informative section for beginners that are just getting into investing, for more advanced people that want, you know, more in-depth market analysis. I'm going to cater to both so that it's not going to be too overwhelming for beginners, but it's not going to be too simplistic for sort of the more intermediate to advanced type traders. So that's kind of the goal. You're saying we offer this in Discord? Yeah, so I have the free version. Yeah, my bad. I'm offering that in the free version with a Notion dashboard, and then the VIPs have a little bit more. AOS would be appreciated, Nick, with Buy Target. Bought the Elliott Wave book today. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. The Elliott Wave book's legit. I love it. It's a really good one. I'm very happy that others are finding value from it. It does seem like it's helping for sure. Enjoyed the session today. What's up, Becker? How are you? Yeah, I thought the session today for the coaching call was very informative. So that was awesome. I bought some popcorn for 5 p.m. short power plant day. I mean, again, guys, it's good. Why is this? What did my brightness go down? Hold on, let me turn my brightness up. Okay, there we go. No, you were stating we offered this in the Discord. I was saying who, you and Peach. Oh yeah. So we got yes, I was speaking in the third person. I should have just said I. But yes, thank you for calling me out on that. But yeah, Solana looks good. Again, this is what the dashboard looks like. I want to make it super user friendly. I don't want to have people scrolling through the Discord trying to find the asset they want. Obviously, this is going to be provided to both free and paid members. Again, the VIP section is going to be more in depth, but for free members, this will also provide good detail as well. Iran and US agreed to ceasefire. Yeah, I saw that. It sounds like the China tariff shit from last year. Remember how like back and forth that was, and the markets were going up, going down, going up, going down. So I'll wait and see how that plays out. I'll wait and see how that plays out because the ceasefire is only for 2 weeks. A lot of things can happen within 2 weeks. What? Yeah, because what's Bitcoin at right now? I mean, Bitcoin could be reacting to the news, then we get a dump. So again, I'm not emotional when it comes to this shit. At the end of the day, sticking to a strategy, you're gonna win. I mean, yeah, it's at 70,000. You know, we got a good pump up, but let's see what's the 4 hour looking like. I mean, it could be the start of something, but to me, you know, wave A, wave B, wave C. Wave A, wave B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave C, and then a dump. I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, on the 4 hour, this could be an A wave, B wave, C wave, and then an A wave, B wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, C wave, and then a dump. I could see that too. So again, I don't like to play. I'm not trying to play devil's advocate. Again, I just stick to my strategy, and my strategy says one more leg down. So I'll wait until things are crystal clear before we decide if anything is set in stone, because there's still 2 weeks left to go. Hey Nick, how can I get into your private chat? When you say private chat, what do you mean, Shark? It's going to dump. Good time to buy ETH. I mean, I'm waiting, guys. The only positions I've taken are Circle and Circle. Oh, Discord. If you go to the link in my bio, it's like, you're probably familiar with it. It's called like Linktree is the company that I use, but it's just like, it provides you a link with all your socials on it. If you go to my TikTok bio and you go to the link in the bio, it'll have all my social accounts on there. It'll have the free Discord if you want to join that. And then it'll also have the VIP section as well, that you'll be able to sign up there and then get access to the premium side of the Discord. So that's all in the link in my bio. What about gold? Yeah, we can look at gold. I've been talking about gold for a while now, mentioning, let's see what gold's doing. I mean, we're pumping right now a little bit. On the weekly, it just looks like a B wave bounce, honestly. Like, this looks like a wave A. Oh, wait, let me get my thing. This looks like a wave A, a wave B bounce, then we'll get a dump C. That's what it looks like. We got a wave A down to the 0.236, you know, maybe a bounce up for a B wave, and then we'll get a dump C wave. So, my next zone on gold's 3,500. That would be my next zone. It just looks like, even on the monthly, let's see what the monthly looks like. Yeah, I mean, the monthly is still too hard to tell. This looks like a dump A, a bounce B, and then we'll get a dump C. It's kind of similar. It's kind of a little bit similar to SPY. So if you look at SPY, it's kind of the same thing. So if you go to the weekly, let me hide all drawings. Yeah. So on SPY, it kind of looks like the same thing. We have this A wave down. Wait, the hell? Hide all drawings. Why does that do that? Let me get all the keep drawing. Oh, here we go. Remove 6 drawings. Okay. So this looks like an A wave down. We'll probably get a B wave bounce and then a C wave dump. I've been talking about SPY for a good bit now. It looks to me like SPY is going to come down between these regions. Give me a second. My next target on SPY is... No, wait, hold on. That's the wrong wave count. Give me a second. Let's see. Hold on. This is the 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So the next zone I'm looking at on SPY is between 563 to 522. So it looks like this is an A wave. Then we'll get a B wave, and then a C wave dump. That's kind of what I'm waiting for on SPY. Can you check QQQ? I think market is going to take off tomorrow. Yeah, we can look at QQQ. QQQ honestly looks very similar to SPY. it looks like very similar to SPY. Why can't, let me scroll, damn it. So it looks very similar to SPY in the sense that we have a 5-wave move up. This looks like an A wave down, get a B wave retrace, then a C wave dump. So anywhere between like 450 to 500 would be my next target on QQQ. Let's see. He said, bro, the manipulation by Trump is insane. I'm telling y'all, it literally reminds me so much of the China tariff situation. If like you guys remember last year in 2025, how whipsawed the market was. Like, yeah, right in here. This right here. Let's go to the daily. Hold on. Remember how much just this price action was just up and down, you know, towards this over here. You know, you had this big dump, then you had, oh wait, what was this? This was March. You had this big dump, then this pump, then this dump, then pump, then dump. Remember how whipsawed it is? It reminds me a lot of that right now, going through all this negotiation shit. It just reminds me of that. You know, we have a pump, a dump, a pump, a dump. Again, I'm just going to be patient. I'm not trying to play with it right now. Again, there's a lot of volatility. We do have, nope, wrong one. We do have, where's Forex Factory? Yeah, there it is. We do have economic data coming out this week. Apply settings, filter. I don't want all the bullshit. Just give me the orange and the red. So this week we have FOMC tomorrow. So we have FOMC meetings tomorrow. That always brings volatility. We have core PCE plus final GDP on Thursday, April 9th. Then we have unemployment claims and then final GDP price index. Then on Friday, we have CPI on Friday, which, you know, oil could drive up inflation. So that would, you know, potentially do some stuff. But that usually drives volatility. Did they actually agree to a ceasefire? I think they said 2 weeks. But we literally bombed them yesterday. So I don't know what's going on. Again, I'm going to be patient. I know that a lot of people react to news like this and want to get in early and whatever. For me, it just looks like a small bounce and we'll correct. But again, that's me. So I will wait. I will wait it out. Again, you do however you want to do. But I think a lot of people are entering leverage trades right now. And they might get liquidated again. That's my provocative. What's up, Adri? How are you? V-Chain. My sleeper. Let's go, V-Chain. I still haven't bought anything yet with V-Chain. I mean, it's at a good risk to reward. So, you know, getting in now is not necessarily, you know, a bad entry. You know, from here to my next target on V-Chain, you know, that's a 56x. So, I mean, to me, that's a pretty good risk to reward trade. You know, maybe there's some more downside, but, you know, getting in now is not necessarily a bad one. Circle is taking off on Circles is taking off. The futures are popping. What's Circle up to? Where's the day? Yeah, we're at what, post, we're at 99. Yeah, so I'm already in Circle right now. I had a limit order set at 100, and then I had a limit order set at 93. I almost got filled at 83, but it did not fill. So if we get a back test, you know, down here, my limit order will fill. If not, it's whatever. I'm in the trade already, but I'm already in Circle. I think my cost average is like 94, maybe 95. And then I'm riding this next wave up. So I was dollar cost averaging in on this dip down. On SPY, for me, SPY has more downside. We look to be in a B wave bounce, and then we should see a dump lower on SPY. My next target on SPY is like 5, what was it, 5 something? 563 is my next target on SPY. It looks like we're having a wave down, we'll get a B wave bounce, and then a C wave down. So my next target on SPY is, let me zoom this out here. is between like 581 to 533. Let me see. Nasdaq futures are almost at 500. I'm waiting for sure. The 10-year treasury yield going up always spikes before a recession. Yeah, I think that's what they're doing right now. They're trying to manage yields at the time. What we thinking, man? I'm kind of freaking out. LOL. I sold XRP. I sold all XRP to dollar cost average. No changes, Justin. I mean, for me, no changes to me. I'm still expecting more downside on Bitcoin and crypto as a whole. You know, I think, again, I like to take an unemotional approach to trading, to investing, and that's why having a strategy for me is so important. You know, there is the off chance that I am wrong. I mean, I could potentially be wrong, but at the end of the day, I'm sticking to my strategy and it served me well so far. So until 87,193 is taken out, for me, there's more downside. So again, that's what I'm sticking to. If we decide to pump up more, for me, that just means, and you can kind of see it on the chart. I'll show you in a second. So you have this three-wave movement up, three-wave movement down, three-wave movement up. Then you have this A, B, C movement down, and then you have this A, B, C movement developing. We could get something like this. We have an A wave, a B wave, a C wave, and then an ABC down, and then an ABC up, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just have to be patient and wait. I mean, so far this whole move has just been very choppy and consisting of three-wave movements. But again, you know, you don't have to go based on my plan. This is just what I'm personally doing, is I'm waiting for the structure to complete one more move down. You're more than welcome to FOMO in if you want, but I'll stick with my strategy until this move is complete. There's more downside for me. But again, you don't have to agree with me. How do you anticipate Bitcoin going to 50K? No changes, still 60 to 50K. No, we're going up. I mean, yeah, we're pumping a little bit, but it doesn't change anything. I grabbed 400,000 VeChain. Fuck yeah. Yeah, we could do NVIDIA. No, I like your plan. I'm just... again, like, you got to stick to a plan. I can't stress this enough. That's why leverage traders, however you say it, LOL. Okay, thanks, man. Yeah, no worry. I know you were trying to type something, but it sounded like autocorrect was correcting it. But, I mean, the power's in your hands. You don't have to listen to me. I'm just going based off of my strategy, and my strategy suggests one more leg down given this structure. I mean, we have a wave 1, we have a wave 2, we have a wave 3, we're in the wave 4, and we have a wave 5. That's what's next. And I said this last week. This move could take, you know, a month, it could take 2 months, it can take 3 months, it can take 4 months. As long as price stays below 87,193, wave 1 is not invalidated, and the next high probable setup is a move down. Now, I may get canceled for that. I may get shit on for that. I may get a bunch of people saying you're wrong. I don't like your strategy. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't care. They were saying the same thing back in December. And honestly, the engagement was pretty low back in December when I started posting videos about Bitcoin back in December. I remember my views were very low. People were disagreeing with me. They were saying I'm an idiot. What are you doing? You're wrong. You know, this entire move up, they were saying the bottom is in, Bitcoin can't go any lower, you know, all this stuff. And my engagement wasn't that good, and I would only get a couple people in the live stream. There'd be like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 viewers. For those people that have stuck with me since December, shout out to y'all for the support. But during this period of time when I was going live and posting videos, my engagement was shit. And then as soon as we took this big dump, which I had been talking about since the beginning of December, all the way back here, in, I think it was like December 3rd, somewhere in this region, I was saying Bitcoin's due for a dump. Everyone disagreed with me, and then we got a dump, and then I started getting tons of follows and questions, and my live streams were consistently getting a lot of viewers. But it doesn't change anything for me. Like, I don't do it for the validation. At the end of the day, I just do it to help people, and just document it for myself. So it's like, it's a really cool confidence booster when you look at something you predicted, you know, 3, 4, 5 months ago and it's coming true. And then this whole move down for this wave 1, 2, and then 3, this entire choppy move, I've been getting shit on the entire time again, saying you're wrong, you're an idiot, your analysis is stupid, you know, yada, 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 whatever people want to say. It doesn't really bother me. I don't really care, because at the end of the day, they're emotional about it, and, you know, it is what it is. But I bet probably what will happen is we pump up a little bit more, you know, my engagement will go tank. No one will think, I'm right. You know, we go up and then boom, we get a last dump, and then, you know, it is what it is. But if 87,193 gets invalidated, then yes, this structure is incorrect. I think the Clarity Act, I think there was a provision that got passed in the Clarity Act. Yeah, I saw that. Is Hood pumping right now? Yeah, what's Hood at? Hood's at 73. Yeah, I mean, as far as you know, I've been talking about Robinhood to $63, $63, $64 for how long now? Beginning of February, right? Was I talking about that? But one of the assets that I've been paying attention to is, let me clear some of this stuff out. So one of the assets I've been talking about now for, I want to say over a month, was Robinhood, based on the structure of Robinhood. And we had a really good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move, expecting an ABC down. And my zone for Robinhood, which Sparsh knows, 63 to 64, which is where we went to on Robinhood. There could potentially be more downside, but Robinhood came right down to 63, 64, and we're getting some, you know, pop off this level. But this was the level I was talking about to dollar cost average into Robinhood, just based on the structure. And then if you go to the weekly, you know, you can see it a little bit more clearly. But you also have the moving average too, you know, kind of coinciding with this bottom here. So, you know, the moving average is kind of coming up. This is bottoming here. You know, we could see a reversal in Robinhood based on the structure. But I was talking about Robinhood at $63 back in the beginning of February, I think, right, Sparsh? Was it beginning of February that I was talking about Robinhood to 63? And then my next target on Robinhood's 300 after that. So that one looks like a pretty good trade. Don't click that link in there. I don't know what that is. Let's see. Everyone is getting so emotional and everything is pumping off news, not real economics. Yeah, I mean, that's typical. Everything, as soon as news comes about, people freak out, they buy, they FOMO in, and then that's what you want to see on a move down. People FOMO in, and then you get dumped, and then everyone gets pissed. So that's why having a, yeah, I was going to say, I was talking about Robinhood back in February, saying, hey, expect $63 on Robinhood as a potential zone to bounce. So we're getting a nice pop off that level, which is a good sign. But yeah, 300 next on Robinhood. Yeah, I don't get emotional. I've been investing and trading too long to let my emotions get the best of me. I mean, for those of you that are newer to it, you know, emotions can play a big thing, and FOMO and greed and fear obviously are big emotions that you want to try your best to manage. And that's why having a strategy is so important. But if you don't have that, that's when you typically get wrecked, because you FOMO into positions without a plan, and then you either end up on the other side of the trade, or your position pumps the way that you want it to go, you don't sell, and then it reverses on you. So that's why having a plan is important. Let's see. I can tell by the comments that people are getting emotional right now. Why are you bullish on VeChain? VeChain just a really good project. I mean, fundamentals look good. The chart itself looks really good. If you look at the chart of VeChain, I mean, the risk to reward is great on VeChain, but structurally, this is what the chart looks like. You have a big wave 1 with an ABC2, and then the wave 3 is next. So structurally, it looks good. You know, there's a potential 50x on the table, and there's, for me, I'm willing to take that risk with, you know, the potential of a downside. But fundamentals look good and the chart looks good. So for me, it looks like a good opportunity. Nick Spy 748. What's up, Slenderman? I mean, possible. Again, it looks to me like a B-wave bounce on Spy. We could potentially hit 740 for a B-wave. Let's see. if we were to get an expanding flat, if we were gonna, yeah, we could hit right below 740 if we were to get an expanding flat. Kind of similar to Bitcoin, you get the A wave down, the B wave bounce up here, and then the C wave dump. That could happen. That could happen for sure. We could maybe see 740, but that for me is a B wave bounce because we've already had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave movement, and then we're in the A wave, B wave bounce, and then C wave. So for me, what's next is a B wave bounce, and then we get a C wave dump. But that B wave could potentially hit just below 740 for sure. Does this Bitcoin bump change anything? It looks like we're back inside the bear flag. For me, no, it doesn't change anything. So you think VeChain is bottom? Papa Bear, Nick, I'm emotionally right now. I know a lot of people are. Again, I try to talk through it. It's harder to do than meets the eye, managing your emotions when it comes to investing, because there's so much. Honestly, it comes down to fear and greed. I mean, I know it might seem like a slap in the face, but typically people get FOMO because they get greedy and want to get, so much percentage and make so much money in a quick amount of time. And then people get fearful when price goes down because, they're underwater on their position. So again, I like to take that out of trading because the market doesn't care about your emotions. The market doesn't care what your entry price is. It doesn't care where you sell. It has no opinion at all. Its job is to just really just take your money if you don't have a plan. But from this position right here for SPY, this looks like an A wave bounce, a B wave, and then we'll get a C wave dump. But that will take some time. This wave down right here took, let's see, from the top to here. I mean, that's 9 weeks. So, from this top here that to down here is 9 weeks. This could take another, 3 months. Then this could take another 3 months. So it'll take some time to develop. Everything is rally means go downside later on this month. Yeah, I mean, it's possible for sure. I'm leaning more towards downside. Oil down 18%. Wow, just noticed too. Fixed on Bitcoin and alts. Yeah, I mean, if you have news like that where the market's been held down so long with these fears of war and everything like that, obviously that plays a factor. But again, for me, no real changes, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Time will tell, but I'm going with my plan and going with my strategy. So, it is what it is. Any thought enjoying Bitcoin right now? Yeah, I mean, I'm in Bitcoin. It's not like I'm not. But that's the best part is, being able to stay unemotional and take good positions. But in reality, it's not like a massive pump. We're up 5%. Like, again, it's a move, but I wouldn't consider it like a massive pump. I mean, we could continue to pump, but we'll see. We'll see. I thought B wave can't go past A wave. It can. So the only scenario that it can is in an expanding flat structure, which is what we have on Bitcoin. So it's the same thing here. The B wave, I messed up. Let me get that there. The B wave can't go above the 1.618 fib inverse of the wave A. So in Bitcoin's example, it came up to 126 and then decline. The only way that B can go above A is in an expanding flat. You get a 3-wave move down, 3-wave move up, and then a 5-wave move down. And that's what Bitcoin has. That's what MicroStrategy has. A lot of those positions. Did you change your Bitcoin wave count now after ceasefire? Nope, still the same thing. Nope, just waiting on the move down. NVIDIA. NVIDIA looks topped as well. So based on the structure, I want to say we went through this. When did we go through this? I think last stream, but we have a 5-wave movement. We have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. So I'm expecting downside on NVIDIA. My zones for NVIDIA are between 134 to 90. That's my zone that I would buy NVIDIA for long term. Those who are emotional, probably looking at alts, as you said, Bitcoin hasn't really pumped that much. I remember those emotional days in crypto, but cool as a cucumber these days. Yeah, I mean, you just get used to it. Like, the longer you're in it, and the more that you start to actually make money in the market, that's when you typically become unemotional in the market. Because there's always opportunities out there. Just people get so emotional and chase. Sorry, wife left, son sort of crying. Oh, sorry to hear that, Justin. I'm just trying to get the best price of XRP because I'm working off a... I mean, XRP for me, I'll jump to it in a second, but yeah, NVIDIA for me has a 5-wave move, and I'm waiting for this corrective wave down. We should have an ABC down to these levels, but 134 to 87 remains my target. Yeah, this is my first year with crypto. Yeah, it can do that. I mean, crypto swings a lot, right? You get Axon. Yeah, we can do that. So when you have... is this options or stop? This is NVIDIA right now on a long time frame. So this is more, these are weekly candles, but let me see if I go to the month. Yeah, I don't have the whole chart out, but this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're in the 5th. But this structure right here for NVIDIA, we've already had a 5-wave move, which I labeled out here, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's next is an ABC corrective, and on NVIDIA, my next targets are 134 to 87. But yeah, with crypto, you get such big swings. That's why there's a lot of fear and a lot of greed in it. You can get, 5% pumps to the upside and then 10% pumps, dumps to the downside. And everyone gets really emotional because they try to get rich quick and they don't build a plan, and they're just trying to, leverage up, get as much in the market as I can, make as much money as I can into the smallest amount of time. They treat crypto like gambling, and that's why like 80 to 90% of people lose money, because they treat it like a casino. It has the opportunity to give you really good returns, but too many people use leverage. They get liquidated. I mean, you see it all the time, right? You see it on Twitter, 100 billion worth of crypto longs liquidated, 100 billion worth of crypto shorts. People get too much with leverage and they go, 10x's and 50x's because they want to, again, get rich quick rather than having a strategy. So I'm more of an investor. I don't play with leverage. It just, to me, the risk reward doesn't make sense. Oh, she left to go to the store. Sorry, Justin. I meant sorry that the baby was crying, because sorry in a good way. Sorry in a good way. Glad to hear that you're both doing well. First year in crypto, just buy Bitcoin, but wait for sub 62 at least. Buy nothing. Don't chase memes or alts outside the top 20. Yeah, I would say, don't chase. Again, the further you go down the risk curve, the further risk you have. And again, that's where you get the big pumps and dumps. So just piece of advice, just have proper risk management. That would be the key. Let me go back here. What crypto do you like the best? I mean, I'm not really in the preference of treating, like, only having one. I mean, if it had to be one, it'd be Bitcoin. But I have a pretty good portfolio of a mixed bag. I mean, most of my portfolio in terms of percentage is Bitcoin, then a significant amounts Ethereum. I have HBAR, XRP. I had some Solana, but I already made like a 7x on it, so I sold that. I made like a 10x on Render, made a 5x on Fetch. There were some other assets that I've already sold, but I would say, I mean, Bitcoin, if I had to pick one, for long term, like long term, Bitcoin. War is over. Bitcoin is going to pump from here. Let's get, what's Twitter saying? Hold on. What's Twitter saying? What do we got? For you. What do we got? Not the for you. The for you. What do we got? Not the for you. What the hell is this? Oh, this is TikTok. No wonder. I gotta go to, where's Twitter? Where's my Twitter here? X. There we go. All right. Let's see what's the news come out. What do we got? Following. What do we got here? Where is it? All right. Bitcoin reclaims. U.S. and Iran agreed to a 2-week ceasefire, completely reopening straits based on the conversation with the Prime Minister, and where they requested that I hold off the destructive force being sent tonight on Iran and subject to the To the complete, immediate, and safe moments, I agree to suspend the bombing and attack of Iran for a period of 2 weeks. So he doesn't necessarily say it's done. He just says for a period of 2 weeks. This will be a double-sided ceasefire. The reason for doing so is that we have already met and exceeded all military objectives. We received a 10-point proposal from Iran. I believe is a workable basis on which to negotiate. By 2 weeks, we'll allow the agreement to be finalized and consummated. I'll have to says, man, also represent had the long-term problem close to resolution. Thank you for attention. I mean, we'll see what happens after 2 weeks. The same shit was said about China tariffs, and they went back on it. So I'll wait the 2 weeks and see what happens. We'll see. What we got? Ethos Solana, I like both. You think you can do PLTR? Yeah, we can do PLTR. I feel good about what I'm hearing with XRP, but I'm invested in Metro for Bitcoin. I think, are you making it long term? We were gonna do let's do Axon, and then we can do XRP, and then we can do what was the next one? MSTR. Yeah, we can do MSTR. Oh, MSTR. Oh, MSTR for Bitcoin. Yeah, I like MSTR. I'm waiting on the MSTR to add in. Nvidia is just topped. So how do I go back? Nvidia, my next target on Nvidia is between 134 to 87. So 134 to 87 is my next target. We've already had a 5-wave move up, and then what's next is a decline to the 0.382 to the 0.618. So I have decline on Nvidia. That was autocorrect. Yeah, I figured. Okay, so Axon was another one that we wanted to look at, and then we can do XRP, and then we can do PLTR. This Axon Enterprises. What do we got? Okay, so this looks like a wave 1 on Axon. This looks like a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, and we're currently in the 4. Yeah, I mean, it's declined good down to the 0.5, maybe the 0.618. Where's the monthly on this one? Yeah, I could maybe see a 0.618, maybe 300, 333 could be a good target with the moving average. With the moving average coming up, you know, we could see a decline here to 333 and then, you know, coincide. That could make sense. But yeah, this pullback looks good. Next target on that would be, say we pull down to 333. The next target on that would be like 1200 would be the next target on Axon. Around 1200 would be the next target on this one. We have a really clean 5-wave move to the upside. So we have this being the wave 1, the wave 2, the wave 3, currently in the 4, and then we'll get one more wave up. So there's one more leg to go. My next target on that would be 1200. Sucks. All right, let's go to XRP, and then we can do PLTR. Let's see. XRP looks good. Thanks, Nick. Yeah, absolutely, Coach. I thought you were in the Discord. Let me know if those links are working for the chart library. I'm going to be adding, you know, probably anywhere from 3 to 5 charts a day of different assets, stocks, and crypto. I might include that in there because that one actually looks pretty sharp. The decline on it looks pretty good. But yeah, XRP on a monthly time frame, we've already had a wave 1 up. Had a wave 2, and we're currently in the wave 3. My next target on XRP is between like $5.50 to $8. That's my next target on XRP. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely, Carlos. Neo, I like Neo. Neo, on the short-term time frame, my next target's $12, but on long time frame, 93. Where are those charts at in Discord? So if you go to the Discord for both the free and the paid version, there's a, let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Let me see. So, all right, let me move this over into screen. So let me grab this here. Hold on. So this is the Discord here. And the place you're going to want to go to is the chart uploads Notion dashboard. If you go to this on the Discord, there's the community chat, the DGen. I made a bunch of text chat. These are all the free channels. So there's the sports chat, the DGen chat, and then the community chat. And then you have all these disclaimers up here. And then you have obviously the VIP section down here, which includes anyone from the community that has investment ideas, they can share them. We have my swing trade up ideas, my Notion dashboard for the charts, and then PDF guides and resources. But for the free version, if you go to the chart uploads in the Notion dashboard, click this channel, and then this link will be right here. And then you click that, and it'll bring you to this Notion dashboard with all the assets in it. So that, I hope that answers your question. Let me put this back on this screen, and we'll close that out. We did Apple already? No, we haven't. But Apple to me looks topped as well. How do you add the 200-day weighted moving average on TradingView? Oh, so if you go to where is it? If you go to indicate, I can't show it on this screen. If you go to indicators and then you type in just weighted, it's called moving average weighted. So there's a thing at the top of your bar. It says indicators. You hit that, type in weight, and then do the, let me just add this to the favorite. How do I add this to my favorite? It's called moving average weighted. You click it, and then in the top left corner, it will provide the weighting moving average at the top corner, and then you hit settings, and then you can customize it. I have the 200 on it, but you can change the length if you want. And then you just, include that on the weekly. We can see, XRP is a little bit below on the weekly moving average. We got a rejection here. Hood is now up to 76. Got it. See, now thanks. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Hood's pumping. I told you, man, 63, 64, and then 300. Even on Bitcoin, we can see that this wave 4 on the weekly. So 72,000 got hit, so that invalidates that. But on the weekly, we can see that we came down, popped into the weighted moving average, and then popped down. So that was an interesting thing that I saw. But yeah, so if this is the case, then this invalidated this extended wave 3, meaning this cannot be a 1, 2, 3. This can't be a 4 with a 5. That invalidated that. This can't be a 1, 2 with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this, to me, looks like an A wave, a B wave, and then a C wave, and then we should get the dump, which will be interesting to see how that plays out over the next couple weeks. And you can see on here too, the weighted moving average on the daily is moving down. We could get a rejection here and then boom, get the dump down, which has been operating as a resistance now for a pretty good bit. If you see this on the daily chart here, we pumped down below, popped up into it, came down, came up. We could, and then that would fuel the fire for the next dump. But yeah, I mean, again, guys, you don't have to agree with me. It's up to you. What we got here? Where was that? Yeah, XRP will never hit 95. No, not $95. $5 to $9. Sorry. $5 to $9. I said that really fast. It's probably my Jersey accent. Bitcoin through 72. Yeah, so it just invalidates that theory, which is fine. Thanks. Yeah, absolutely. What is the next move? BMNR for Bitcoin? No changes to my Bitcoin chart. I laid it out last week on my analysis last week. Let me move this weighted moving average out of the way so it's more clear. So I laid out my scenarios last week. It was either going to be this was a wave 1, a wave 2 with this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extended third wave, which obviously we pumped through that now, so it invalidates that. Now the next zone I was paying attention to, or the next scenario, was I said this was an A wave, B wave, C wave, an ABC, an ABC, an A wave, B wave with an ABC, C wave, and then we have this A wave, B wave, and C wave up. So this to me just looks like a corrective ABC, and then we should see a decline down. But again, that's what I'm playing off of. As long as price stays below 87,193, the next move will look like this. the next move will look like this. So if we pump up to, 76 and then dump, fine. If we pump up to 80, fine. But this is the next structure wise what I see is next for Bitcoin. I've been trading for years and from Jersey, but I see crypto taking one more drop. Yeah, me too. This is just a bounce for me. And then this is what's next. Is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movement down to complete the structure. It's all about structure, guys. It's not my opinion. I'm not saying, hey, Bitcoin to 30K because I believe so. No, it's just based on the structure. So we have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and then we're waiting for the 5th. And in order to get a 5th wave, it needs to consist of a 5-wave move down. That's what needs to happen. And you can see this on the 4-hour. Let me see if I can showcase this here. On the 4-hour chart, you can kind of see it, but you have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this wave 1. Then you have this 1, 2, 3, 4 extended 5th wave here. So you have 5 waves on the wave 1, 5 waves on the wave 3, and then what are we waiting for? 5 waves on the wave 5. This is what for me is next, just due to the structure. You have 5 waves in the wave 1, 5 waves in the wave 3, and then you get 5 waves in the wave 5. So we're waiting for this wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lower. It's just due to the structure. It has nothing to do with my opinion or anything that I'm like, oh my God, like Bitcoin's going lower because I want to drive engagement and drive views. I could give a shit less about views. I don't do this for validation or for praise or, I want the attention and the views and the money. I don't do it for that. I do it for, one, myself, and I have good morals and good judgment, but I do it to help people, to avoid people getting into FOMO and getting into, emotional positions around their investments, because I've been there. I mean, over the past 8 years, I've blown through accounts, tried different strategies, learned from my lessons. So I'm hoping to teach people and show people that, investing doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be emotional. Like, just, stick to strategy and you're good. What's up, JC? If Bitcoin goes to 78 to 80K, does that invalidate the chart? Nope. The only thing that would is 87. So if it goes to 87,193, it would invalidate. But until then, still expecting downside. 78K top. I mean, we could go to 78K. That's fine. Is this daily time frame? Yeah. So these are daily candles right here. Yep. Starkcoin. I want to say Starkcoin's still incorrect, but we can look at it. How far you think it's going? 78K. I mean, it depends. I mean, some of the levels that I was watching for this corrective zone let me move this out of the way. Oh, nope, don't want to do that. Hold on. Let me move this out of the way. So the zones that I was paying attention to for this wave 4 was the 0.5, the 0.32, and the 0.618. Those are the levels that I was paying attention to for this wave 4. We can see we popped up to the 0.32, got rejected. Popped back up to the 0.32, got rejected. Popped up to the 0.5, got rejected again. But the 0.618 is at 78K, so we technically can go there. Let's see how shallow this wave. I mean, this wave 2 was very shallow, so I wouldn't be surprised with this wave 2 retrace being so shallow that this wave 3 goes up to, or wave 4 goes to 78, and then we dump. I wouldn't be surprised if we go to 78. Charles said you have helped a lot. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Gotcha. Thanks, bro. Yeah, no problem. Do you still expect downside on Bitcoin after the taco? Yeah, nothing changed for me. Wait, so you said you've bought Circle and Neo only so far? Yep. Yeah, the only positions that I've actually taken a position in are Neo, and I took a position in Neo somewhere in this range. I can't remember what my dollar cost average price is. I'd have to go back and look at my account, but I saw this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave off the low with this ABC corrective, and then the next wave starting. I think my cost average is like $5.20, something like that. Like somewhere in this region, my average is around 5.26. We're currently at 629, so looking good. But my next small time frame target is $12 on this, and then my larger target's different. And then Circle, I spelled that wrong. On Circle, I have taken a position in Circle. So I identified this 5-way move on Circle, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-way move up. And then I had limit orders set on the way down. So after this 5-way move, so this 5-way move up with this correction, I had limit orders on the way down to capture the move. So as this thing was declining, my orders got filled. So I think my average on Circle is maybe $93, $94, something like that, somewhere in that range. I mean, it's at $98 post market right now, so off to a good start. But we did get a retrace down to the 0.618, and then we're kind of popping off of it, which is interesting. We still are under, I mean, the 200 moving average on the daily is still right here. I mean, we're still under it, but I mean, again, that doesn't really concern me. But yeah, the only two positions I've taken right now are Circle and Neo. Gold or Amazon? I like Amazon better. The chart on Amazon actually looks pretty good. I like Amazon for sure. Around 74K macro downtrend resistance. Yeah, I mean, we could pop to 75. We could pop to 78. Again, for me, there's still more downside. What's the target for Circle? 228 is my next target for Circle. It's a good pump. Should be enough volatility for the next wave down. Yeah, especially if there's a lot of leverage trades opening up on the wave up. The smallest incline of news will just liquidate all of them. So, we'll see what happens. Neo, let's go. Yeah, I like Neo. Neo looks pretty good. I'm waiting Neo drop one more time. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea. Next dip, you can take advantage of it. Has this 72K Bitcoin invalidated your wave count on Bitcoin? It invalidated the extended third wave thesis, yes, but the overall bigger picture, no. So the only thing that it invalidated was this smaller time frame, this being a wave 1, 2, and then this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So the only thing that it did was invalidate this extended third wave. That's the only thing that it did. But for right now, Bitcoin just is still in a corrective 4. So wherever this thing decides to go, does it go to 78? I'll just move the wave forward back there because this whole structure to me looks corrective until we get the dump. And the reason behind that is, again, structure. Until we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move down, the structure is not complete. Not going to lie, must have nerves of steel, Nick. 30% in and not as calm as you. Good quality to have. It just, again, it's from experience. Like, I've been on the other side. It's not necessarily nerves of steel. It's more so just trusting in my plan and trusting in myself and trusting in my analysis. That's really what it comes down to. And again, that comes from experience and, trying to eliminate emotional bias as much as you can, which is very tough. Like, it's not easy, right? Like, every time you see Bitcoin pump, 5, 10, percent, you're like, holy shit, like, is this going to wreck my plan up? And then it does what you think it's going to do. So it's just from experience, from time in the market. Again, I've been trialing many different strategies over the course of the past 8 to 9 years. I was a financial advisor before, I had my series license. And I just tend to, and during that 8-year period of time, I worked a lot on mindset, on emotional mindset, emotional control. I guess the term that the new school is using it now is stoic. Being stoic, I guess, is a term. But if I don't stick to a strategy, then I'm just out in the water, just, relying on call it my gut feeling and my hope, or I pray that price is going to go this way, rather than, okay, let me stick to a strategy, let me let the strategy play out, and then buy in at good levels. That's kind of what it comes down to. But yes, sitting through this entire choppy thing has taken a lot of patience, and at times, I'm human too. Like, I'm the same as y'all. Like, I'm not perfect. During these period of times, I'm like, shit, is my strategy wrong? am I wrong? Am I whatever? And then boom, we get a reaction down. And then, now we're pumping up again. And it's like, okay, we'll see what happens. But you got to stick to a strategy. If you don't, then you're kind of just sitting out in the water. Oh, PLTR. Yes, I got to do that. I thought Elliott Wave has 3 waves down, not 5. So it depends on the structure that you look at. Yes, you are correct in the sense that we do have 3 waves down. However, it depends on the structure. So with this structure, we do have 3 waves down, but it's an expanding flat. Let me get my book. I'll show you what I mean. Is there a Trump speech tonight? I don't know, actually. If it was going to happen, I think it's at 8 o'clock. So there's a couple different structures that support a 5-wave move down. I'll show you in a second. So you can have these structures right here called a zigzag. It's called a zigzag formation, and you get a 5-wave move down with a 3-wave corrective and then a 5-wave move down. Or you can have, where's my expanding flat? Which is what Bitcoin's in. It's in the expanding flat. I've just realized I didn't show you guys on YouTube. Give me a second. So the expanding flat structure, you have the 3-wave down, 3-wave up, and then 5-wave move down. So this is what it looks like. 3-wave move up, 3-wave move down, and then, or 3-wave move down, 3-wave move up, 5-wave move down. And that's what Bitcoin has. So we have a 3-wave move down, a complex 3-wave move up, and then you get a 5-wave move down. So that's why in this scenario, you get a 5-wave move down. But yes, typically when you have Elliott Wave Theory, you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a 3-wave move down. Yes, you would be right in saying that. It's 5 waves up, 3 waves down. But if you look at the larger picture on Bitcoin, this is a wave, A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. So yes, it is 3 waves down, but the structure of that 3-wave down is complex. You have a 3-wave down for an A 3-wave up for a B, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave movement for a C. So that's the only reason why it's that way. Only been in crypto a couple months, tough learning curve. Yeah, I would say with crypto, because of high volatility and the big swings, it's very tough. If you're new to investing, I would say, hey, stick to like less volatile things. I know we all want to be in crypto with the chance to get rich quick, and that's where you see a lot of these big pumps and big dumps because everyone tries to, get rich as quick as possible. And that typically leads to high losses, to getting wiped out on leverage because people think the bottom's in. So they're like, oh shit, the bottom's in here. We had a big decline off of this top. The bottom's in. I'm going to go long here. And they go long with 50x leverage and then it pumps and then they get liquidated. And they're like, ah, shit, bottom's in here. Let me go long now, and then it pumps and they get liquidated. So I would say avoiding leverage at all costs is your best strategy. It doesn't necessarily do you any good. Typically, people that leverage trade lose a lot of money, so that's just me. But yeah, let's go to PLTR because I know there's a lot of questions about it. So we're gonna touch the 0.5 back down. Yeah, I mean it's possible we go to 78K and back down. Yes. What book is this? It's Elliott Waves Made Simple is the book. Elliott Waves Made Simple by Steve Sinclair. It's on Amazon. It's like $10. Elliott Waves Made Simple by Steve Sinclair. For those of you on YouTube, this is what it is. But yeah, it's like $10 on Amazon. So it's a pretty good book. It provides everything you need to know about Elliott Wave Theory. Again, Elliott Wave Theory has been in existence since the 1930s. So it has over almost 100 years now of being in existence. What's your success rate with Elliott Wave? I mean, rather good. I mean, I'm more of an investor, so I think success rate would probably apply more for day trading. I don't day trade. To me, it's pointless. You can capture major gains on long-term moves. You don't need a day trade. And honestly, for me, it takes the stress and anxiety out of looking at charts constantly. So I think that question would be more geared towards like day trading stuff, but I mean, some of the positions I've had so far using this, I mean, I hit a 7x on Solana, 5x on Fetch, a 10x on Render. I mean, I'm currently up on XRP, but I haven't sold yet. But I mean, if you want to look at success rate, you can just go and look at my content. All my work's documented, so I don't erase any of my videos. All my stuff's documented on TikTok and YouTube and X, everything. You know, I don't go back and change things. I documented everything on there. I want to be as authentic as possible, so I'll just let my work speak for itself. What do you recommend to learn Elliott Wave Theory, and is there an indicator for this on TradingView? No, so Elliott Wave Theory doesn't have an indicator. This is all my hand-drawn stuff. The stuff that I would do to learn Elliott Wave Theory is buy books. Like the one I just showed you, the Elliott Waves Made Simple. It's 100 pages. It'll take you 2 days to read. Don't click that Telegram chart, guys. I don't know who's spamming it. Chartmaster, stop spamming that. I'm just going to go ahead and block him. Block account. Yeah. All right, because he's spamming in the chat with all these signals. I just went ahead and blocked him. Trading with leverage in crypto is a death sentence. Yeah, I mean, I avoid leverage. I'm not a leverage trader. I know a lot of people do, but I think it's stupid. You're going to lose a lot of money doing that. Did we just bottom on indexes? No, for me, this is just a B-wave bounce on indexes. No leverage, Nick. Thanks for the replies. Absolutely. Maybe that'll be my nickname. Some guys text me with a fake profile view. Yes, but I do have a lot of fake accounts. Again, I will never message you first. I will never ask you for anything. I will never DM you. I will never request. I won't even friend you first because I know the scammers do it. Just beware, guys. That's not me. Okay, so let's dive into PLTR because I know this was one that was requested. So on PLTR, we have a 5-wave move. We have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave move. And we covered this a while ago. I can't remember the last time we covered this because I don't know when's the last time. I just got another friend request from you. Beware of scammers. Yeah, I mean, I block all of them and report all of them, but again, it's up to TikTok and all the rest of the social media accounts to remove them. I don't have control over that. I report all of them. When you guys send me them in my DMs, if you say like, hey, is this you? I always report it as impersonation, but feel free to report those because I will never DM you. I'll never send you a friend request because that's what the scammers do. So I want to avoid that. But on PLTR, we have a 5-wave move up. On the weekly, we do have a 3-wave move down. So we do have this A, B, C wave down right to the 0.382. But the next target on me for PLTR is 450 is my next target up there. This could be an A wave, B wave, C wave of an A. This could be an A, B, C of a B, and then an A, B, C down lower. Again, my strategy is always having limit orders in so that when price hits your targets being between the 0.382 to the 0.618, you know, as price comes down, you fill your limit orders and then you wait for the next target. That's how I approach it. But 452 is my next target on PLTR. But we do have a 5-wave move up. And then so far, it does look like we have an ABC down. But we could be getting another ABC up for a B wave and then a C wave down. So it could be a complex structure developing. But so far, we've held support. I wonder what this... And then the moving average is kind of moving up too on PLTR. I mean, we could get this ABCB wave and then an ABCC wave, you know, to wait for the moving average to catch up potentially. Or, you know, we pop from here. But nonetheless, 452 is my next target. Look at the giant green Johnson. That's why it's a thing of beauty. What's the giant green Johnson look like? That is a giant green Johnson. Oh, on the weekly, it looks like it. Nice little big candle. But yeah, on SPY, this for me is just a B wave bounce. So let me move this here. So this for me is a B wave bounce, and what do I mean by that is, for those of you that have been in the streams before, you guys know like how Elliott Wave Theory works. You get a 5-wave move up, and then you get a 3-wave move down, right? So this to me looks like the initial A wave. We should get a B wave up and then a C wave down. That for me is what's next for SPY, and those targets on it are 564 to 522 between the 0.382 to the 0.5 on SPY. So this could be the start of an A wave down, a B wave up, and then a C wave, but it's going to take time because these are monthly candles, but I do believe there's a correction on the table for SPY. So did Bitcoin take out the 72,600? Yeah, so it just invalidated the extended third wave, but it didn't invalidate the whole structure. A week ago? Yeah, I was going to say, I think we looked at PLTR last week. SoFi. Here we go, look at SoFi. Bitcoin in 72K. Yeah, I mean, again, Bitcoin doesn't invalidate my theory until 87K. So until 87K is taken out, we're still in just a corrective move. Yeah, because we're at what? 72, 100? So the next move for me is just waiting for this 5-wave move down. So wherever this 4 ends up, you know, do we continue up? Do we pump up to 82? Do we pump up to 80? And then get this drop? Until this drops had, for me, the downside still on the table. You know, do we see this A wave, B wave, C wave, then an ABC down, then an ABC up, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Possible. You know, is this the A wave, B wave, and then this is the C wave? And then we dump? Possible. The zones I would be paying attention to are... Let me move this out of the way. Are between 75 to 78 at the 0.618 to the 0.5 fib retracement of wave 3. So this being the wave 3, and then the wave 4, and then the wave 5. So those would be the zones. 78 to 75 would be my zones I'd be paying attention to. Even up to the 786 at 83,900 is not off the table. What's the bottom for Bitcoin? 60 to 50K still remains my target. It may change a little bit. You know, if Bitcoin pumps to, say, 78K, you know, 60 to 48 would be my target, between 60 to 48. So nothing's changed. Nothing changed. Let's see. SoFi, you said? When's the last time we looked at SoFi? Oh, that's right. Yeah. So SoFi looks to have an extended wave developing. As long as price doesn't retrace like really, really low, I think we're fine. But right now we have a wave 1, a wave 2, and then we're in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that, for me, SoFi looks to be developing an extended third wave. So SoFi has this kind of structure. Let me move this out of the way. So we get this all on the chart here. So this is kind of what's next for SoFi. Is the extended third wave. So this being the major 1, the major 2, and then we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the major 3, and then a wave 4, and then a wave 5. That for me is what's next on SoFi. My next target on SoFi is about $54. Where is Bitcoin going, please? My next zones are 75 to 78K, and then 60 to 50. I have done 2K likes in your live. You were holding down the fort. Oh my god, 2K likes? That's insane. This man's trigger finger. You must have played Mario Party back in the day on the GameCube, because that trigger finger is real. That's insane. 2K? I appreciate the support, but that is insane. That's good work right there. I'll give a shout out to you on that. That is great work. 2K likes, shout out to you, man. That's awesome. That's like that old Mario Party game back in the GameCube when you used to have to spam A. Oh, I used to love that game. Solana? Yeah, we can do Solana. Yeah, my next target on SoFi is $54. And then Solana, I have the same thing. We have a for Solana, I have this being the, where's my paintbrush, damn it? This being the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this being the ABC. My next target on Solana is really between $500 to $600, like somewhere up here at 533 to 642 for Solana. Again, most of these altcoins, I haven't really changed any of my plan with it. You know, if Bitcoin corrects from here down, you know, altcoins should also feel the same. You can see, right, with Bitcoin pumping, you know, altcoins are going up a little bit, but if Bitcoin dumps, altcoins will come down as well. So, all right, Nick, I'm going to beat that guy. I'm going to give you 10,000 likes. Please do not hurt yourself on this. That's insane. There's a battle in the chat for who can get the most likes. Well, I appreciate that, Slenderman. That's hilarious. I see the hearts coming through. So, and I see the light count at the top. It just jumped up 100 in like 2 seconds. That's insane. No, I appreciate that. I really do. But yeah, Solana, I have 533 as my next target. Shit, I just yawned there for a second. What time is it? 8 o'clock already? Damn. I mentioned Bitcoin, no changes. Bitcoin, Archer? What's Archer? Archer Aviation? Oh, we looked at this one before. I can't remember the last time. I can't remember when we looked at this one, but it's on here. I just can't remember when we did. My next target on Archer is $20. When did we look at this? I don't even remember looking at this thing. Yeah, because this, yeah, that's right. Because this was the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, my next target on Archer is $20, between like 20 to 25, for this wave 3 up here, between 20 to 25. For this week, Solana, I'm charting more Solana on a long time frame. I don't really. For me, I wouldn't take a position on a swing trade on Solana right now just because the structure doesn't support it. If we got an initial impulse, if we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off the low, I'd wait for the pullback and then enter a swing trade. But Solana still looks corrective, so I wouldn't really take a position. Can you have predictions on Monad? Let's see. Not enough price action, to be honest, to do anything. I mean, this looks just like a big pump up for token launch, big dump. It's consolidating now. Once we get the initial push off the low, which doesn't really look like that's the case right now. Once we get a developed structure, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off the low, we can wait for the pullback and then get in and wait for the next move. But until we get that, this thing just looks corrective. Thanks. Yeah, absolutely. XRP, my next target's $6. Ahmed, render. That's right. We looked at render a while ago. Let's see. Yeah, so for me on render, we have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a wave 2, and then we currently had a wave 1 off the low, wave 2, and then the wave 3 is next. My next target on render is between $22 to $27 on render. Again, with my Bitcoin thesis, I do see altcoins probably having a little bit more of a dip lower. But let's look on render on the weekly, daily. I mean, it doesn't really give me anything. That's kind of, yeah, I mean, the next target on render is between 22 to 27, but I could see a little bit lower price just with Bitcoin going down. But 27 to 22 being the ultimate long-term target. So what happens if Bitcoin goes to 80K? No changes. If Bitcoin pumps to 80K, that would mean it would be between the 0.618 and the 0.786 fib retracement, and then I would expect a wave lower. So no changes to that. I know it's on everyone's mind right now, obviously with the news and things like that. But I don't trade news. I trade price structure. The news can do whatever the hell it wants. Again, it's a 2-week ceasefire. We'll see if that holds. I think that's more of just to prevent the treasury yields from, or the 10-year from doing anything. I think it's more of just a play to keep markets stable for right now, because if there wasn't any ceasefire, obviously markets would have just dumped already. But I think this is just to save the 10-year. We should see a pump, maybe we pump up to 78, maybe we pump to 75. We could even pump to 83. Anywhere between the 0.5 to the 0.786 is not off the table. We could pump up here and then boom, get the dump down. So I'm waiting on that. If we go to 80K, that doesn't change anything for me. It just means that the wave 4 moves. So instead of this wave 4, being back here, it just gets further corrective, and then we move the wave 4 there. What we're waiting for is a structure like that. We're waiting for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movement down. Until that happens, this entire structure is not complete. So price can chip chop in this range all it wants, as long as that happens and it doesn't have an impulse to the downside. There's more downside to come. And then if price decides to pump up, the key level we're watching to invalidate this whole move is 87,193. If price pumps above that, then yes, it would invalidate the structure. Love render. Yeah, me too. I made like a 10x on render off the lows, which was awesome, but I'm thinking about getting back in. How about gold? Gold to me, just circle. I'm in circle right now. I think my cost average is like 94, but my next target on circle, I want to say it's like 238, I think is my next target on it. What time is it? 8 o'clock? All right, let's do one more chart, guys, and I'll be live again tomorrow. I had a long day today just between getting the Discord built out and then getting a bunch of stuff done, so I want to rest a little bit tonight. But I haven't done Jasmy, so let's do Jasmy, and then we'll be live, same time tomorrow. But let me see what's the best Jasmy coin here. That's going to be the question. I'm assuming this one is the best Jasmy coin. Okay, so let me go to the weekly. What do we got? I mean, the weekly does look pretty good. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with this A wave, B wave, and then C wave down. So that looks good. Where's the thing? So, yeah, I mean, my next target on Jasmy would be like 7 cents. Would be my next target on Jasmy. This being the wave 1, A, B, C 2, and then the wave 3 is next. Really between like 7 to 8 cents would be my next target on Jasmy. Thanks for everything today, Nick. Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to Thursday. I think, as we begin to build out the VIP section, I feel like with more members coming in, there'll probably be more questions, more insight. Some people might not want to learn Elliott Wave Theory and others just want to rely on my signals, which is fine. I'm happy to provide them. I mean, that's part of the service. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing how this thing builds out and, again, providing value for you guys. Thinking this must get some sleep. Yeah, I need to get rested up for tomorrow. Between like my actual job and then doing all the live streams and then working on the Discord and then building up the VIP section and then charting and then posting those charts in this Notion library for you guys, like, I'm beat today. I am exhausted. But if you are interested in that, I have a free version of the Discord which provides access to this dashboard. Iran just agreed to peace, so I think we rally hard from here. Well, it's only a 2 weeks, so structure supports more downside. Thank you for all your hard work. Yeah, absolutely. Let me take my phone off this holder here so I can show you guys the whole... ignore my background. This is a rental home, so I didn't get to design the wallpaper. But this whole thing has... So I put in the... let me get this focus here. Why is it not focusing? So I have the chart there, the ticker symbol, the asset type, the time frame, the date, the last edited. I put a screenshot in here too, so you can view the whole screenshot. And then you also have the trading view link to look into. So if you go to the Discord, this is in there, and this is the free version. This is the free version of it, and then there's also a VIP section which has more stuff in it, but I can't reveal that because that's for the VIPs. But that's in there if you guys want. I put in MSTR SPY Amazon today. I also put in XRP yesterday. I'm going to be adding more assets to this, so you can filter by crypto, you can filter by stocks. Pick the one that you want. You can go to the table and view everything. There's also a search bar up here in the top right. You can search by what asset you want, but I'll be adding in a bunch of stocks, a bunch of crypto, a bunch of assets that, I'm kind of tracking, if you will, into there. And then as I build it out, it'll be more robust, but that's all in the Discord. That's the free version. Then again, there's a paid version to it. So if you're interested in something like that, or just learning more about Elliott Wave Theory off sort of the live streams, and you want just chart analysis that you're like, hey, I want to look at, Microsoft, or I want to look at MSTR, or I want to look at a specific stock that I'm interested in, but I don't necessarily know, when are some potential good buy zones or sell zones. I provided that for the Discord members. So if you're interested in that, feel free to join it. If not, no worries. It doesn't bother me. If you want to be in it, great. If not, no worries. But I felt like others were interested in that, so they wanted to see, you know, a more robust. They wanted the ability to see stocks and cryptos and some potential targets on those and what's next. Like same thing that I'm doing on the live stream, but in a more granular detail. But if you're interested in that, feel free to join that. If you want more of an exclusive, like exclusive touch on the charts, like when I'm personally buying, when I'm personally selling, what swing trades am I taking on? You know, there's the VIP membership, so feel free to check that out if you want to. But totally your call. Thank you for all. Yeah, I went long Bitcoin at 66. Should I close or hold? Up to you, holder. Up to you. I mean, again, we could continue to pump to 75, 78, but for me, there's still more downside. So, you know, if you are in profit already, maybe move it to break even just in case the trade reverses. That would be my opinion on that. Just to cover your ass in case price does reverse. You never really know. TikTok famous Ella, what's going on? What's up? I'll answer one more question. I'm going to jump off because I'm tired. I'm going to go rest for a little bit. Bye, Jasmine. I mean, the chart does suggest it looks pretty good. I might add it to the board. I'll put it on my watch list. Right now, the only ones that I'm looking to add are BMNR, SBET, MSTR, VChain, and AOS. Those are the ones that I'm looking to add to my portfolio. I've already taken a position in Circle. I've taken a position in Neo, and then waiting for some other ones. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate the live stream. I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, between 6 to 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. I will see y'all tomorrow, and then if you have any questions in the meantime, let me know. But hope you guys have a good rest of your night. I'm gonna go chill out for a little bit, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.